Hajimemashite, James-san and Aki-san. My name is Philip. First of all, thank you very much for keep organizing incredible events at the GCCC. I'm a member of the center, and this year is my second time attending the Toronto Japanese Film Festival. Last year, I was very fortunate to attend the screening of Hiroshima, a very powerful anti-nuclear weapon film. And it was very inspiring listening to the speech of Setsuko Thurlow. I cannot wait to see this year's films. My question for you is, what key elements in the Japanese culture do you think contribute the most to its immense popularity, particularly in films and anime? And what would you say you are proud of the most in JCCC's efforts in introducing Japanese culture to Toronto's general public? Thank you so much for your time. Arigatou gozaimashita.
I think one of the interesting things about Japanese film and manga, anime, is that there's often less of a sense of good and bad. So often more time is given to why the other side, the antagonist, what is driving them. So it's not just black and white. And so I think that sort of speaks to that idea of harmony in Japanese culture, which I think so many of us appreciate and want to bring into our own lives. I think is that sort of sense of seeing both sides of things and trying to be fair. And I think that's an appealing aspect of Japanese culture. And even if it isn't native to one's own culture, it's certainly something that I think people get.
It's a hard question, but I think it's probably from hard-working culture that makes anything kind of like good in Japan. So movies and animation, I'm sure a lot of people are working really hard in their field.
A very good sign is how many, not only Japanese people, but non-Japanese people come. So, I think, the pioneers of the Cultural Center who imagined this place and built it with the idea of creating friendship through culture, many of that first generation is gone now. But I think if they looked at the Cultural Center today, they'd say that what they dreamed has happened, and that lots of non-Japanese people feel welcome here, know the community, and have fallen in love with the culture. And I think as well, a lot of the important lessons in, tolerance and understanding other cultures that are implicit in the history of the Japanese Canadians and their treatment during the internment. I think when Canadians see that, I think it helps us to learn lessons in terms of the way we treat other Canadian communities that are perhaps suffering from maybe not persecution, but maybe mistrust because of the politics of the world today. And it helps us to remember that they're Canadians first.
For JCCC, we of course have this Toronto Japanese Film Festival, but we also have different events, like music events, performances.
We have language and cultural classes year-round, martial arts, essentially 365 days a year. So there's about 5,000 members, 210,000 annual visitors. So
it's not only showing one side of culture, but we have a lot of different things that are at JCCC that people can experience or enjoy. So that's why I think JCCC is a good place to introduce Japanese culture.
Hi James, hi Aki. My name is Sandy, and it's going to be my third year participating in JCCC events. One of my best memories has to be doing the summer matsuri, which was a great lot of fun. and I've also seen some wonderful films presented here by the TJFF. So I've got some questions for you. My first question is, what is the film curation process like? Like, what are the steps you have to go through to make up the film program presented by the TJFF every year?
It might be a little bit different from other festivals because, really what we're trying to do is we're trying to look at, the broad spectrum of the Japanese film industry and to bring that to Canadians. So not just sometimes the more kind of art house fare that you would see at other festivals, but some of the really big entertainments that really resonate with Japanese audiences and we find really resonate with Canadian audiences. But there's not nearly as many chances to see those big Japanese multiplex fare in international film festivals. So we try to find we have a very broad matrix of the type of films we want to show, and then we try to find the best within those genres.
Yeah, because we have a variety of audiences as well. We have a family, we have older people, we have young people, and then we have like Japanese, we have Canadians, we have like the other Asian people. So we're trying to show different kinds of films, not only one type of films. And we have like close to 30 films, so we have a good choice.
And our curation process really is we're both film lovers, so we both go there and look for films and then
watch the same film.
We watch the same films, and sometimes Aki will come to me and say, I found something really good. Why don't you have a look at this, and vice versa, and so our tastes aren't always 100% the same, but generally, if Aki really likes it, it's going to be good, and if I really like it, he represents those Canadians' tastes. So yeah, we have a pretty good working relationship. So.
Hi James and Arki, my name is Tina. It's very glad that I may have a chance to talk to you guys here. This is actually my second year to participate in Japanese Film Festival. Last year I went to the big opening and closing night. I really enjoyed the movies and delicious food, wonderful sake, and also got a chance to meet some new friends. But during my first experience of Japanese Film Festival, I really have one question and would like to ask you guys. Like, usually if I went to some Asian film festivals, it's really hard to see a lot of long Asian face. So I would like to know how you guys make it to invite so many local like Canadian peoples to make them get interested in Japanese culture and to join this film festival. Thank you.
Well, I think we actually I think we have a lot of Asian faces, but not necessarily a lot of Japanese faces. There's certainly many Japanese people come. Probably, more than half of our membership is non-Japanese, and I think that's reflected in the makeup of the audiences of the film festival.
Would you say 50-50, like 50% Japanese or 50% non-Japanese?
Yeah, maybe even stronger on the non-Japanese side. We always say, some people come to the JCCC because they have they're Japanese in their DNA, like Aki, but some of us it's not in our blood, but it's in our hearts. So that's what brings us to the JCCC and to Japanese culture.
Hi James, my name's Lynn and this is my third year as a JCCC member. I'm really thankful for all the film events JCCC had held, and I'm really looking forward to the Toronto Japanese Film Festival. My question for you today is, what's your thought on how the Western culture had integrated within the Japanese culture? Thank you.
I don't think the Japanese culture, I guess because it has a strong identity, and because it's a very, it's such an old culture, I think the Japanese are fairly fearless about allowing other cultures to be involved in their own culture and to assimilating other cultures, because I think there's a confidence in Japanese culture and a sense that that you can bring in aspects of other cultures that can enrich Japanese culture, but the Japanese culture isn't going to be necessarily overtaken by another culture. So I think when Western cultures come into Japan, they become Japanized. Is that the word? Yeah. And so it just continues to make Japanese culture evolve to become richer without ever losing its essence.
I think Japanese people are quite curious and open to other cultures as well. So we like looking at other culture and bringing them to Japan if it's good, and also like kind of making into a new Japanese kind of mixture with the Western culture. So, for example, food, we have we introduce food from Italy, like pasta from Italy, but we make like Japanese style pasta with like soy sauce and ikura and tarago and stuff. So I think that's why we're good at like integrating Japanese culture and Western culture.
I think we're out of questions. But please come. Please come to our festival.
Hi James and Arki, my name is Winnie. I'm ready for the first years to watch your wonderful Japanese movies in TJFF. I just have a little complaint here. I find that it is not that easy for me to find the Toronto Japanese Film Festival website through Google, because when I enter TJFF, you guys is not always the top results. So hopefully you will fix it later.